This sponge-based house design invites us to pause and rethink the boundaries of architecture as we know it. When we speak about buildings, we often imagine concrete, steel, glass, and wood, materials that have long defined the discipline. But have we ever truly asked ourselves, as architects and designers of the world, are these the only possibilities? Has our education, our experience, and our habit quietly limited the way we imagine space, form, and material? The concept of a house made entirely from sponge is not meant to be taken merely as a literal proposal for construction. Instead, it stands as a symbol, an architectural thought experiment that challenges conventional logic. Sponge, a material associated with softness, absorption, and impermanence, contradicts our typical understanding of durability and shelter. Yet, this contradiction is exactly where its value lies. It forces us to question what a house truly represents. Is it only about strength and permanence, or is it also about adaptability, comfort, and emotional experience? From a global perspective, architecture has always evolved through bold ideas that initially seemed unrealistic. Many concepts once considered impossible eventually became milestones in design history. The sponge house follows this tradition of conceptual exploration. It encourages architects, students, and creative thinkers to step outside rigid frameworks and to see materials not only for what they are, but for what they could represent. Texture, color, porosity, and flexibility become new design languages rather than limitations. This design also opens discussion about sustainability and environmental awareness. Sponge, in its conceptual form, represents absorption and responsiveness, qualities that modern architecture desperately needs. Imagine buildings that respond to their environment, that soften the harshness of urban life, that metaphorically absorb noise, stress, and rigidity. Through this lens, the sponge house becomes a poetic statement about future architecture, one that is gentler, more human-centered, and more conscious of its surroundings. Have architectural schools around the world ever truly trained designers to think this far beyond convention? Or have we been too focused on rules, formulas, and technical repetition? This design asks those uncomfortable but necessary questions. It suggests that expanding our insight does not mean abandoning knowledge, but rather enriching it with imagination. True innovation often begins where logic meets curiosity. The sponge house design is also an invitation to broader audiences beyond architects. It speaks to creatives, artists, and thinkers from all backgrounds, reminding us that architecture is not only about buildings, it is about ideas. A house made of sponge may never exist physically, but its impact lies in how it expands our way of thinking. It reminds us that design is a living dialogue between reality and imagination. Ultimately, this concept is introduced not to replace traditional architecture, but to expand our horizons. It challenges the global design community to ask better questions, to explore unusual materials, and to remain open to ideas that feel unfamiliar. Because when our perspective widens, so does our potential to shape a future that is not only functional, but meaningful. This is the design we introduce, not as an answer, but as an invitation to think wider, deeper, and braver than before.